We're here because free speech is under attack. We're here because people are being convinced that socialism works. We're here because people are being judged guilty until proven innocent. We are fighting back with facts. This is not a safe zone, so buckle up, Buttercup. This is the raw, naked truth.
Hunter Biden sues the IRS, a budget proposal released, and more. Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin, and here's the news you need to know. Hunter Biden, President Biden's son, sued the Internal Revenue Service on Monday, accusing its agents of illegally releasing his tax records and violating his privacy rights in testimony to Congress. Two IRS agents, Gary Shapley and Joseph Ziegler, told lawmakers they believed the Justice Department slow-walked an investigation into Hunter Biden's finances. Without naming the two agents as defendants, the lawsuit says they publicly revealed information that federal law says should be kept secret. Mr. Biden has no fewer or lesser rights than any other American citizen, his lawyers wrote in the lawsuit. Shapley's lawyers called the complaint just another frivolous smear intended to shift attention from Hunter Biden to the whistleblowers. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy proposed a deal to avert a government shutdown that included cutting domestic agency spending by 8% and restarting construction of a wall on the southern border. McCarthy described the demands in a conference call with fellow Republican lawmakers after House GOP negotiations had agreed on the terms. The proposal would keep the federal government funded for 31 days after current funding runs out at the end of the month. But six far-right lawmakers immediately announced their opposition, likely dooming the plan because McCarthy can only afford to lose 4 GOP votes. The Senate, which is controlled by Democrats, is also expected to reject the House GOP proposal. United Auto Workers President Shawn Fain rejected Stellantis' offer of a 21% pay increase over 4 years, extending the union's historic strike against Detroit's big three automakers. Both Ford and General Motors have offered 20% raises. Stellantis, the Netherlands-based company created by a merger of Fiat Chrysler and France's Peugeot, said its proposed raise was highly competitive, but Fain said on CBS's Face the Nation the Stellantis proposal was definitely a no-go. He added, "We've asked for 40% pay increases, and the reason we asked for 40% pay increases is because in the last 4 years alone, the CEO pay went up 40%. The UAW will announce strikes at more plants on Friday unless there is serious progress in talks on a new contract, according to Fain. About 12,700 union members demanding wage increases and a shorter work week walked out last week at 3 assembly plants, one belonging to each of Detroit's big three automakers. Auto workers have waited long enough to make things right at the big three, Fain said in a video the union released online. We're not waiting around, and we're not messing around. GM said Monday it was continuing to bargain in good faith with the union to reach an agreement as quickly as possible. The House Oversight Committee is launching a probe into the federal response to last month's devastating wildfire in Maui, Hawaii. In a letter signed only by House GOP members, Committee Chair James Comer said that the oversight leadership would be taking action and seeking information from FEMA on all ongoing recovery efforts in Maui. Republicans have continually criticized the Biden administration's response to the wildfire, which destroyed the town of Lahaina and killed nearly 100 people. The White House has stood by the federal aid given to Hawaii, saying that resources were doled out quickly and effectively. Hawaii Governor Josh Green has also praised the federal response to the disaster. The U.S. military on Monday found the wreckage of a missing Marine Corps fighter jet after a massive search effort across South Carolina. The $90 million F-35B Lightning II jet crashed in a remote swampy area more than 63 miles from the North Charleston neighborhood where the pilot landed Sunday after ejecting from the cockpit and parachuting to the ground. A search team that included military, law enforcement, and civilian personnel discovered a debris field in a farming area in South Carolina's Low County. It will take days to get this thing dug up, said Air Force Chief Master Sergeant Walter Shuttler. The F-35 has a troubled history. The crash was the Marines' third aviation mishap in less than 2 months. That's the Raw Naked Truth. You can catch every episode of the Raw Naked Truth at xvadio.com/podcasts, the Apple Podcasts app, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Amazon Music, and other platforms that respect freedom of speech. We'll see you next time.